You ever find yourself staring at a screen, 3 hours into a job that was supposed to take 20 minutes, and you start questioning every single decision that led you to this moment? That was me last week with a 2023 Toyota Fortuner. Full smart key loss situation. Customer drops it off, says it's a straightforward programming job. He'll be back in an hour. And I'm standing there thinking, yeah, sure, no problem. I've done these before. I've got the Autel IM508S. I've got the credentials. I've got the internet. What could possibly go wrong? Welcome back to Baabji Motors. For those just joining us, this channel is about real diagnostics, real tools, and the kind of workshop knowledge you don't get from a marketing brochure. Today, we're talking about a specific headache with a specific tool on a specific vehicle. The 2023 Toyota Fortuner, all keys lost, and the Autel IM508S throwing up an error that just stops you cold. Failed to obtain critical data. Failed to generate simulator key. If you've seen that message, you know the feeling. Your heart sinks a little because everything was going fine up to that point. You backed up the immo data, it said successful, and then bam, dead end. So here's the thing about that error. The first thing to check is almost insultingly simple, but we all overlook it. Your internet connection. The IM508S needs to talk to servers, verify data, pull down whatever it needs to build that simulator key. If your connection stutters, if the signal drops even for a second at the wrong moment, the process fails. And it doesn't always tell you it was the internet. It just tells you it failed to obtain critical data. So step 1, before you start tearing modules out, check your connection quality. Back up the immo data again, and try to generate that key one more time. Sometimes that's genuinely all it is. But let's say you tried that. You got solid internet, you've run the backup 3 times, and it's still giving you the same message. Now we're getting into the deeper weeds. I've seen this happen where the solution requires going physical. One technician I know ran into the exact same problem. Ended up desoldering the EEPROM from the smart module, reading it directly, and that unlocked the data the auto couldn't grab to the OBD port. It's invasive, it's tedious, and it requires a steady hand and the right equipment. But it works. The question is whether you want to spend that time on the bench wrestling with solder when the customer is waiting. And then there's the third path, the one that feels like admitting defeat, but is really just acknowledging the limitations of your current tool set. I had another guy tell me he bailed on the auto entirely, grabbed his Lanza K518 Pro, and had that Fortuner done in 10 minutes. All by OBD. No desoldering, no drama. Just plug it in and go. Now, I'm not here to tell you one tool is superior to another across the board. Different tools have different strengths. The IM508S is solid for a lot of things. But when it comes to newer Toyotas, the Lanza seems to have an edge right now. The K518 Pro handles the crypto, handles the data stream, and just moves through the process without those critical data failures. So here's my honest take after going through this and talking to others who've been there. If you're staring at that failed to obtain critical data message on a 2023 Fortuner, don't waste hours fighting it. Check your internet first. Absolutely. If that's solid and it's still failing, you have 2 choices. You can go the EEPROM route if you're comfortable with that level of work and you have the time. Or you can switch tools. The Lanza is going to save you that bench time and get the customer out the door faster. And in this business, time is money and reputation is everything. Now, I'm curious what you think. Would you stick it out with the auto and go for the EEPROM read? Or would you grab the Lanza and wrap it up in 10 minutes? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Here's a tip that might save you down the road. The 2023 Fortuner uses a newer generation of the smart key system, and the data protocols change slightly from previous years. If you're seeing this error, it's often because the tool you're using hasn't fully updated its software to match that change. So before you even plug in, make sure both your tool and your software are absolutely current. That one update can make the difference between a 10-minute job and a 3-hour headache. If this video helped you avoid a headache, or at least made you feel less alone while you were in the middle of it, go ahead and hit that like button. Let's see if we can push this to 1,000 likes. And leave a comment. Let me know what tools you're running for Toyota work. Only a small percentage of people watching this are actually subscribed to the channel. If you're finding value in these real-world breakdowns, hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing, but it helps Baabji Motors grow, helps us reach #1 in the diagnostic space, and lets me keep putting out the kind of in-depth content that takes real time to research and produce. Share this with someone who works on Toyotas. They'll thank you later. Until next time, keep your head in the game and your tools updated.